Have you ever watched your little one suddenly erupt into a flurry of sneezes? One moment they are happily stacking blocks or chasing the cat, and the next, it's achoo, achoo, achoo over and over again. It can be quite a surprise and sometimes a little worrying to see them sneeze 10 times in a row. You might find yourself wondering if something is wrong. Is it a cold, an allergy, or is this just one of those funny things toddlers do? It's a common scene in households everywhere, and it often leaves parents scratching their heads while reaching for yet another tissue. First, let's get one thing straight. Sneezing is a completely normal and healthy reflex. It's your body's superstar way of getting rid of irritants in the nose. Think of it as a powerful automatic cleaning system. When something tickles the sensitive lining inside the nostrils, the brain sends a quick signal to take a deep breath and then force it out with incredible speed. This blast of air helps to clear out whatever was causing the bother, whether it's a speck of dust, a bit of pollen, or just some extra mucus. It's a brilliant defense mechanism that works without us even having to think about it. So why the dramatic, repeated performance from your toddler? Their little noses are much smaller and far more sensitive than ours. The passages are narrower, which means even the tiniest particle can feel like a major invader, triggering a big reaction. Plus, their immune systems are still learning and developing. They are constantly encountering new things in their environment, and their bodies are figuring out how to respond. A series of sneezes is often just their system being extra thorough, making absolutely sure that the pesky intruder has been evicted from their tiny nasal passages for good. It can be quite amusing to watch, can't it? One sneeze might be cute, but a whole chain of them can turn into a little family event. You might even find yourself counting along or saying "bless you" on repeat until you run out of breath. For instance, imagine your toddler crawling under the sofa and emerging a moment later, covered in a bit of dust and fluff. The sneezing fit that follows is simply their body's way of saying, "Whoops, that was a bit dusty under there. Let's clear that out right now." It's just a sign that their amazing little body is working exactly as it should be. So, what are the usual suspects behind these sneezing episodes? One of the most common culprits is simply dust. Our homes are full of tiny particles floating in the air, from dust mites to pet dander and little bits of fluff from carpets and blankets. When your toddler is playing on the floor, they are right at the perfect height to breathe these irritants in. A fun afternoon spent building a fort with cushions can easily stir up enough dust to trigger a sneezing fit. It's not a sign that your home is unclean. It's just a normal part of life that sensitive little noses react to strongly. Allergies are another frequent cause of repeated sneezing. This is when the body's immune system overreacts to something that is usually harmless. Common allergens for toddlers include media group, trees in bloom spring, toddler playing near blooming flowers, child petting cat, child hugging dog, close-up mold on wall edit stock edit distribute _equally, pollen from trees and grass, mold spores, or dander from family pets like cats and dogs. If you notice that your child's sneezing fits happen more often during certain seasons, like spring, or after they've been cuddling with your furry friend, an allergy could be the reason. This type of sneezing is often accompanied by other symptoms, such as a runny nose with clear mucus, itchy eyes, or a bit of a cough. Sometimes the reason for a sneezing fit is much simpler, a dry or tickly nose. The air in our homes can become very dry, especially in the winter when the central heating is on full blast. Dry air can irritate the delicate lining of a toddler's nasal passages, making them feel itchy and triggering sneezes as the body tries to create more moisture. It's a bit like having a tickle in your throat that you can't quite clear. The sneeze is the body's attempt to reset things and make the nose feel comfortable again, even if no actual irritant is present. Finally, don't forget about the common cold. While a cold usually brings a whole host of symptoms, sneezing is definitely one of the main events. When your toddler has a cold virus, their body produces extra mucus to trap and flush out the germs. This extra mucus can tickle the nose and lead to lots of sneezing, especially in the early days of the illness. This is actually a good thing. Each sneeze helps to expel the virus from their body, preventing it from traveling further down into the chest and helping them get better sooner. While a series of sneezes is usually nothing to fret about, it is always wise for parents to know when it might be a sign of something more. The sneezing itself is rarely the problem. It's the other symptoms that might appear alongside it that you need to watch for. Think of sneezing as a clue. Most of the time, it points to a simple irritation, but occasionally, it can be part of a bigger picture. Trust your instincts. You know your child better than anyone. If you feel that something isn't quite right, it is always okay to seek a professional opinion for peace of mind. One of the most important signs to look for is a fever. If your toddler's sneezing fits are accompanied by a high temperature, generally over 38 degrees Celsius or 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, it's a clear signal that their body is fighting off an infection, such as a cold or the flu. A fever combined with sneezing suggests more than just a dusty corner. In this case, it is a good idea to give your pediatrician or GP a call. They can help you figure out the best way to manage the fever and make your little one more comfortable, while their immune system does its important work. Another key thing to monitor is your child's breathing. Sneezing should be easy and effortless. If you notice that your toddler is wheezing, breathing very quickly, or seems to be struggling to catch their breath, you should seek medical advice right away. Difficulty breathing is not a normal part of a simple sneezing fit or a mild cold. It could indicate something more serious, like bronchiolitis or an asthma-related issue, which needs prompt attention from a healthcare professional. Pay attention to the sounds they make and how hard their chest is working to breathe. Lastly, consider how long the symptoms have been going on. An occasional sneezing fit from dust is over in a minute. A cold might last for a week or so, but if your toddler has been sneezing constantly for weeks and also has a persistently runny or stuffy nose, watery eyes, or seems unusually irritable, it might be time to investigate further. These long-lasting symptoms could point towards chronic allergies that need a proper diagnosis and management plan. A doctor can help identify the triggers and suggest the best course of action to help your child feel better. When your toddler is stuck in a sneezing cycle, your main goal is to help them feel more comfortable. Thankfully, there are several simple and gentle things you can do right at home. One of the most effective tools in your soothing toolkit is a saline nasal spray or drops. These are just a simple saltwater solution, available at any pharmacy, that can help to moisturize dry nasal passages and wash out any irritants like dust or pollen. A little squirt in each nostril can provide instant relief, thinning any thick mucus and calming the tickle that causes the sneezes. Keeping the air in your home comfortably moist can also make a big difference, especially if dry air is the culprit. Using a cool mist humidifier in your toddler's bedroom at night can help to add moisture back into the air, preventing their little nose from getting dry and irritated while they sleep. This can lead to fewer sneezing fits and a more restful night for everyone. Just be sure to clean the humidifier regularly according to the manufacturer's instructions to prevent any mold or bacteria from growing inside it. A clean humidifier is a happy humidifier. Of course, one of the simplest acts of comfort is to gently wipe their nose with a soft tissue. After a big sneezing fit, their nose is likely to be a bit runny. Wiping it gently helps keep them clean and comfortable. You can even apply a tiny dab of a baby-safe balm or petroleum jelly under their nose if the skin starts to get a little red or raw from all the wiping. This small gesture shows them you are there to care for them and can be very reassuring when they are feeling under the weather or just plain sneezy. Ultimately, the best thing you can do is offer reassurance and a big, warm cuddle. Parenting is full of surprising moments, from explosive sneezes to mysterious toddler logic. These experiences are all part of the journey. By staying calm and supportive, you show your child that they are safe and loved, even when their body is doing funny things. So the next time a sneeze-a-thon begins, take a deep breath, grab the tissues, and remember that it's most likely just a little nose doing its big job. You've got this.